been, just kind of being, and it's been great. Great.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I'm studying, and we're getting ready for figuring out our next trip. We want to go to London to do the Harry Potter experience
Oh, wow.
there.
There it is.
So, and I found a thing. I signed up to become a travel agent.
Hold on. Welcome to the Sativa Cross Ignorance is No Excuse podcast. It's Thursday at the New Jersey State House Annex. Welcome, everybody. We're finally on the air. We got good audio. I'm sorry. Point and laugh at the sound guy. I forgot my keyboard and my mouse, so we're using the backup computer. Barely. Slav, can you fix that mic, the camera, just so everyone can see everybody here?
Tell me when you're good.
Turn it that way. I want to see Tracy. There you go. I want to see you too. There you go. Right there.
Yeah.
A little better. All right. Sorry, everything's
There we
backward.
go.
I haven't figured out why everything's backwards, but I think we have good audio now. Finally, I'm sorry.
We're here. We are here.
We are here. We made
Breathe.
it. Another day.
Breathe.
I can breathe now.
Yes.
I got to get this thing running.
Yeah, but you got to breathe through the process. It'll make it easier at the end of the day. Because when you rush, then you make mistakes. And
No, I
then,
wasn't rushing. I just, I was rushing this morning, I guess.
See?
I didn't get my keyboard and my mouse because they're hidden under a shelf. I looked around before I left. I'm like, I thought to myself, I'm forgetting something, but it can't be that important. Though.
Well,
Oops.
yeah, it's like you do that list. Like we have our checklist before we
mental
leave the
list.
house. No, we actually say it out loud because we forget. Like I've forgotten way too many times. It's like, okay, phone, keys, meds,
Mask.
mask.
That's the fourth thing.
We're getting
wallet,
mask. We're getting to
I
the point
forget
where we need like
my wallet
a assistant,
all the time.
a robot with you all the
Right?
time, or something. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Like you're
Well,
forgetting this.
The kid, he's got a bit of COVID anxiety. That's what they're calling it, and he prefers to be in a mask all the time, and like that's okay. That's what makes him more comfortable, more confident, and that's it's all good.
Right.
But it also makes it difficult when you're like out and about, and he like puts the mask down, like because we stopped to eat somewhere or something.
Yeah.
And he puts it down or something like that. It's like, so now I had the backup masks in the car and in the bag and a couple there's hidden pockets in his backpack that I stuffed a couple in there just in case, because we can't use the white masks because we're both allergic to latex. And the white masks, they have latex and they have
Joint?
oh man.
All right, I'm ordering
I can
tacos.
hear it. I
Hold
can
on.
hear it in my
I'm ordering tacos and tamales. Is that good for everybody? Yes, it is. Okay, excuse me.
Okay. Absolutely. Thank you, sir. Fiberglass. Thank you. You made it come to my mind there, Lefty. Thanks. I needed that little mind jog. But yeah, and the white and blue masks, they have latex and fiberglass. And I was like, are you kidding me? For real? And yes, we can't we have to wear either the black ones or the cloth masks. So, it's like we make sure that we have them with us at all times. So, oh, is this for me?
For you guys.
Oh,
Good.
well,
Pass it around.
for this side. All right. Yeah, I'm dropping everything today, huh, Slav? And it's just one of those. I didn't bring a bag with me today, so because I wanted to make sure I showed off my.
So on my trips up to Maine, I got this cannabis that's cryo cured, and they freeze it as soon as they they harvest it, they chop it down, they straight into a freeze.
Is that?
And it no, that's GMO. I haven't smoked that yet. I'm waiting for a special occasion for that. But yeah, the color, it preserves absolutely everything.
Sure. Just but then at that point when you thaw it out, would it be considered fully cured, or then you still have to cure it? That's
But
the
that's
question.
why it's cryo cured. It's cured, but cryo.
Yeah, but I thought there was a chemical exchange process during the curing process. How does
What do you mean?
well
It's
Well,
organic.
I was going to say, when you go cryogenically, wouldn't that just?
it's like strawberries.
It's
Like
just
you can
freezing
buy
it.
your blueberries cryogenically frozen or strawberries. They have a bunch
Because
of.
doesn't
It's
it
not.
preserve it better?
Yeah.
Because I mean, that looks like fresh off a leaf. Off
Well,
a
That's what
plant.
I'm saying.
That's the goal. Like it's to keep it fresh by freezing it.
I mean, that's like super, super.
Get moldy when it dries out.
Yo.
No.
That flower is beautiful.
So
Yeah, like it has a lively green color to it.
It
It's
does.
just
It looks very like happy purple. I've heard about that. Yeah, I have heard about that too. But I guess if you put like one of the like things in there that keeps the moisture. Before you
Vita
put it in the
pack.
freezer. Yeah, one of those. Yeah, yeah. I guess if you do that, like,
Yeah, maybe. That's a
I
good
don't-
idea.
I don't know. I keep everything locked up.
yeah. The
'Cause,
way
you
they
know-
explain it to me is just they cryolly
But a try, right?
cure
Well,
it.
yeah, no, I got a little one. Like, I mean, he's not little. He's 11. He'll be 12 soon. You guys all know him. You know, he grew up around the community, but still, like, gotta have that stuff. He's at that age that he's gonna start having friends over and whatnot, and they just can't. It's not worth it. Not worth the risk. Because he actually came up to me and he's like, "Mom, can you believe, like, one of my friends was like, oh, it's so cool. Your mom smokes pot. Can you get some?" And he's like, "But why would you want it? It's medicine." He's like, it's medicine. It's like, "Do you like taking cough medicine?" And the kid was like, "No." He's like, "Then why would you want that?" I was like, "Oh, smart thinking there, dude. I appreciated that one." Because I don't know if I would have thought of that like off the cuff. Right? Right? Back at that age, trying to be cool and all, I would have been like, "Yo, man. Oh, wow. I never thought about that."
Like, hold my beer and watch this.
Well, he better not be drinking beer at his age.
Facts.
Watch me blow these O's.
I'm just like, yeah, but
Yeah,
still,
you
like,
got a generation where you're 8 years old and everyone's smoking around you, and there's a can of beer at every table.
right. But I think that's because, though, he's from it is so normal for him to be around it that it's not. There's no fun for it. There's no fun in it. It's not. "Oh yeah, let's go do that. That's cool." Because to him, it's like.
At least for me, when I turned 21, it wasn't fun anymore because it wasn't illegal at that point. So it was just like, fuck it.
It was just, well,
It like becomes normal.
yeah, I think because it was always like that was with me with alcohol. I think it was so normal for me to be at like a family function.
The adrenaline
Right.
rush.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like, yeah, I just I never had my friends were going out, drinking and partying. I wasn't all into that because I could drink at home.
Right.
So it was no fun for me. Because I could just say to my mom or dad, "Hey, can you?" I didn't, because that just wasn't my thing. But there were some times that I would like kick back with my dad every once in a while.
I lived
I
in
mean-
a house with 9 people paying rent, and when I was 15, and every person in every room did a different type of drug, so it was just walking in, and it was constant. And now traffic in my house got rated at 99.
Oh.
And then the only thing they found was paraphernalia. They didn't find any drugs, just paraphernalia.
Man, that's tough. Yeah. I don't know. I guess for me, knowledge is power, and I want him educated because we're, it's so dangerous now. It's not like it was for us, even on the streets. Like, if we got something on the streets back then, you didn't have as much of a fear as you do today that it's going to be laced with fentanyl.
Gotta leave in like 5 minutes, but hopefully I'll be back in like an hour or so.
Hopefully.
I-
You're leaving us?
Not leaving, but
But leaving.
I have to.
Not leaving, just stepping away.
Well, if I get done, what time are you guys wrapping
Hopefully.
up? Around 2?
Yeah, he does that. What?
2:30.
Yeah,
Maybe.
something like that.
Okay.
You feel better now, Lefty?
All right. Well,
Who they are?
Good news and bad news. There's food coming. That's a good news. It's not tacos and tamales. They had no tamales, and they couldn't do it today anyway. So I got us a pizza. Sorry, I got us a couple of pizzas. I'll take that when you're done. Oh, my back is done now. Now my back is done. You saw me running around? That's it.
Yeah.
That's the last thing you'll see. I'm done. I'm done.
Donuts,
I will take. Yeah, can you pass me that donut box of crazy looking donuts? Look at this donut box.
fresh, hot, out of the oven this morning.
Look at these fancy donuts. I don't know if you can see
That
this on the
Krispy
camera.
Kreme's right there on the
Thank
corner.
You. Thank you.
And it was like, I woke up thinking about them, and that's when I was like, oh, I was finishing up some work I had to get done this morning, getting ready for this tax season. I'm like, anyway, finishing up some work, and I was like, oh man, Krispy Kremes.
All right, let me share this to
And
Facebook.
this
I didn't do
deal
that.
popped up, and I was like, oh, you know what? Let's see. And that was when got that heart. All right, I'm grabbing some Krispy Kremes on the way because nothing like a good
Great
Krispy
idea.
Kreme.
Thank you.
Hey man,
Last time I had Krispy Kreme was in Philadelphia.
oof, I love.
That was
me some
about a year
Krispy
and a half ago, or
Kremes.
maybe 2
Oh
years.
man, I can down me some Krispy Kremes, but like I have a kid who doesn't have a sweet tooth. Like we're not even going trick or treating because it's just not his thing, and it's senseless to go and fill up a bag of candy that neither one of us are going to eat. So we're going to go do something else. Like all about the costume, he's good to go. That loves to get all costume.
Sir, would you like a
Just
donut?
not,
We have some fresh Krispy Kreme
yeah,
donuts.
we do. And waters too.
Yeah, we have waters too. If you like a water, help
Yeah.
yourself.
So it's just, so we're going to go and figure out something else to do that I, got some stuff to do Saturday. So, and then, for your Sunday, I don't know what we're going to do. We became
Talk into that mic. There you go. There you
patrons of the
There you
arts. Took him to go see Hamilton. Let me tell you, Disney does a good job, but a movie is nothing compared to a play and seeing it live. And at first he was like, I'm not so sure I like this, Mom. Because he's very into the original characters, the original actors playing those characters. That's what he likes. That's how he likes to see it. That's what he was hoping to see. Of course, they're busy doing other things. So he was kind of like a little, but then when he started like really relaxing and like getting involved and realizing how much more fun it is to be there and interact with the actors on stage throughout the process, it was just the best time ever. The best thing we did. And then because we went with the Broadway package, we get tickets to other shows. So I got Hamilton. Rent is going to be retiring. They're going to finally put it out to pasture after 25 years. So I got Rent, of course, and I'm going to take him to Evan Hansen, which was the other one he chose. Although I heard that Pretty Woman's going to be really good. So, but I guess we'll see. I don't know if I can imagine Pretty Woman as a musical yet. There's just some things you can't imagine. Guess we'll have to wait and see. But it was pretty impressive being there because there's just so many things going on the stage that you don't see in the movie that when you're there, you see happening. It's just pretty mind-blowing. Takes you to a whole different level. At one point, I was like, had the tears coming down, and he's like holding my hand, like, "Why are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just really enjoying it." And it was like I was just really enjoying it. It was so great. It was the best time. So, till our next time. So our date nights over at the Kimmel Center. I didn't realize I had never taken the kid out at night in Philly. He's been in New York his whole life. And we live close to Philly and never been out at night. So I showed him around a little bit. We stopped at Dave's Mile High While on the way back. Got some good Chinese takeout. was awesome. Cool night out. And then rolled right into Halloween on Saturday, which was mind blowing. And then, yeah, so, and then did Legos on Sunday. He got this really cool Minecraft Lego kit, and he was struggling with it. So we had to take it all apart.
Yeah, my brother was recently getting into like building those cars out of like little pieces. and
Oh,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the imagination like series stuff. They have a whole like okay. Right? Like I'm kind of like, should I go over that side? Like nobody passed that way. keep it over here. If he would like, we'll get that. I'll pass. Absolutely.
Okay, I think we're good again.
Because we are here to help any way we can. So if there's something we can do, we will.
Okay, absolutely. Is he on the phone, or is he want to come over and talk?
I don't know. No, that's
He's on the phone.
we've
okay.
got stuff going here. So
Okay. Well, we have an attorney we're going to call in a few minutes about some issues.
cool. What are we dealing with? There's so many issues right now. So that's why I'm like, which one are we addressing at the moment?
Well, we got some stuff with the board, but we also have some legal issues coming up.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Let me look it up. I'm not ready. But we're going to call him at 12 o'clock. His name is Bill Ryback.
I love my
He's
brother.
a cannabis attorney.
He's like an uncle.
What's up, Seth? How are you, buddy?
What's going on, bro?
Hey. Glad to see you, Seth.
How you doing?
We have some Krispy Kremes. We have water. Sorry.
You
like,
can have
we-
it. Yeah, you want to
blow
dab?
it that
Dab
way.
you out.
Give me about like 10.
We'll show you. Yeah, it's hash. Vaporize it. Vaporize it now. Yeah, it's like. Yeah,
We got everything.
we have all
for
that.
you.
It's right here. Yeah, right
We've
here.
got everything.
It
Mhm.
Oh. Oh, but
Tell-
they'll give
Tell
you
the
pain
VA
pills.
that you want cannabis.
Yeah, tell
because
them you want
they
cannabis.
have to give it to you, and they're not allowed to give you any issue with it.
If I did that, and they can give me the oxycodone, and the oxycodone, when my back goes out,
That happened to me.
if this relaxes me and makes me feel good,
Yep.
makes me sleep better. But if I got THC in my system, it won't let me have the oxycodone.
Yeah, I lost my workers' comp for that.
And if, like you need that when your back goes out, 'cause I can't even walk.
Yeah,
Mm.
I know.
It's better for me, like instead of taking psychological.
Yeah.
meds and stuff
Right,
like that.
right.
I stopped taking those because they made me forget my bank account number.
Yeah,
They made me
yeah.
forget how to
Do you have to
get
take a
work.
low dose opiate during the day, like a low dose, or no, or just breakthrough when you need it?
Dude, I don't even take it. I'm supposed to. I like to make 30 pills last 4 months, even though they're supposed to last 1 month.
Right.
I don't want to get addicted.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't want them to think I'm abusing it and not give it to them.
Right. It's tough though because
Right.
you feel like crap if you only take one. You gotta keep taking them.
I'll break them in half just to take an extra.
Yeah.
But
That's
That's
rough.
smart. But that's a lot smarter than taking a full one.
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
You know.
people in this industry, I know people that got hooked on that.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
Me
They
too.
can't get their pain medicines anymore. Then guess what they go with? They start taking heroin. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know a few people in the construction industry that they passed away from the amount of drugs that they did when they were, on on sites because it's what got them through. Because they'd get hurt doing all kinds of stuff, and he was a roofer in particular, so being out there on a roof doing all that black top and all that, like, takes toll on you. And he was clean for years, and then he just didn't wake up one day, and it was because of the damage that the drugs had done to his body. So
Yeah, and it's like slowly too. Like it happens slowly.
yeah, it's scary thinking about
Yeah.
like all of the crap over all
And-
of the
and long
years
term-
that I was on. Like, oh my, like it adds that extra level. But I think too, like, I'm starting to learn how to use that awareness to enjoy whatever it is that I'm doing at the moment. So at least I'm learning, right? We're all learning.
Seth, can you pass me that jug of green tea, please? Yeah,
Lefty
thank you.
needs
I'm
his
sorry.
green tea. I've been working out at the gym.
Okay, here we go.
I'm doing it. I'm out there going.
Friends, thank you, sir. This is the most important race cannabis case in New Jersey. The issue is whether the New Jersey Attorney General has the authority to place the anti-discrimination provisions of the NJLAD in preference to a law which was based on the antiquated notion that cannabis is highly addictive with no medicinal value, a narcotic. Hey, give him a mic. What's he talking about?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's all I'm hearing. I'm trying to talk about this here. The issue is whether people of color will languish in jail under mandatory minimums. It is imperative that on the day of the hearing, there is an overflow crowd in the well, along with demonstrators outside. We must capture New Jersey and media attention. These Jim Crow laws can no longer stand. So this is an issue of race. It's an issue of mandatory minimums. I believe the drug-free school zones, they're saying, are racist also.
When is this?
Let's find out. Let's call Bill in a couple of minutes.
Oh, Bill Ryback.
Yeah, at
Nice guy.
12:10. Yeah, Bill Ryback's great.
Yeah, good dude.
And he tagged a few people. Oh, he tagged Daniel Loa, Leo. Oh, good. Jelani. Cool. This is great. Okay.
No. Focus. See? I like
But
this.
I miss Terrence
See,
though. I miss
but
Terrence, and he was so much fun.
I know, but you know what, Lefty, we're and
we helped Terrence. We gave him.
we did very
We
much.
helped him.
Absolutely, but there we can't save everybody. And we do have. This is our last one.
Yeah, this
we
is our
have
last
stuff
podcast.
happening.
Yeah, but you
You know-
never know what God is going to send your way.
No,
You
that's very true. Very,
never
very
know.
true.
This is
This is the last official for the year before the Thanksgiving spread, which we don't really set up as a podcast.
Yeah.
We kind of go live on phones that we pass around, but we're really here to serve the people that day. So we don't so much do this as we're here.
We're just going to be
out
feeding
and-
people. We're going to have soup. We'll have hot soup next
Some
month.
soup.
Well-
vegan soup, pumpkin.
Let's
Vegan pumpkin soup.
and
pumpkin soup.
we have to decide like how we're gonna do. We want to do the meals for 3 families,
Oh yeah.
patient families in need. We're going to do the full meals,
Okay.
and they can decide for us, but because if they're vegetarian or vegan, they can give us the preference. Because not everybody's down with turkey.
Yeah.
We get that, so we have to alter to them. So we're gonna have to decide that soon too, because we're gonna want to deliver that so they have it for Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
Because we're gonna do that for 3 patients, right? For the families, we can do the whole spread,
Yeah,
including desserts, guys. We're gonna do some appetizers, the main thing, and then your desserts. So and we will give you the option what you want as far as vegetarian, vegan, turkey, and then of course we need to know how many people because
Right.
People have families. But, you know, I know we all want to do what we can, and we can do that this year. So,
Yeah.
well, yes. So I think we should.
Can we give out bags of like socks and toiletries? Maybe some.
I think we've done that every year, right?
Yeah, so we need to do that.
We need to do that,
Mhm.
yes. So we'll need to, let's.
It's on our agenda.
Yeah, no, definitely. For sure.
Okay. So that way we can get it done. Get it get it done.
Where
How you doing?
Where you heading off
Yeah.
to?
Get some sativa and then head to the job.
Uh huh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Sounds good.
Right on,
To be a
man.
little bit on the high side.
Keep it up.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I love that. This is one of my favorite sweatshirts. Like I just got it, and I have black and gray. So because I'm a hoodie person, like this is totally my time of year, and I love it. It is. It's nice and feel it. It's awesome. Yeah, and it's like it fits nice. It's just awesome, and it is supporting the cannabis community. Connor Sheffield, Connor's Courage in Maryland. He trademarked on the high side, and he's a race car driver, hence the wheels. So it's
Oh, that's
nice.
cool.
Yes, he was signed by Wheel and Racing, but he also races like at Swedesboro. You can follow him. You can Connor's Courage online, Connor Sheffield Racing. So you can see like what he's up to, what he's doing. But yeah, he's changing the laws. Like really, I mean, this kid is such an inspiration to just hear him speak. It's pretty cool. And then the fact that he went all the way and like had this trademarked. I mean, how many of us
Yeah.
at 16 would have thought?
And
like,
that's the other
oh,
thing that that's also awesome. It's something I always talk to Lefty about is getting the like, in a way, getting like the younger generation involved in a sense of speaking up and speaking out.
100%.
That like I was told, sometimes you gotta pass whatchamacallit,
Pass the torch, right? We've got to teach the younger generation. And Austin's always asking me, Mom, can I come to this? And it's crazy because I hear people complain more about the parental stigma in New Jersey. And I face it as a parent, and Austin as the child of a parent who is open about their cannabis use, because there's a lot of parents that are like, no, you can't go to Austin's house because of me, because I'm open about my cannabis use. Because I don't. But if you're in my house, like I don't have pot leaves on my walls, I don't have any of that, and I would never ever consider smoking with another person's or with Austin. Like, come on now.
yeah.
Like there's certain things. There's discretion. There's consideration, the fact that hello, a child, like there's things that we have to consider, and I do. But because I'm outspoken about my use, it's tough, because everybody's like, oh no, but oh well. And he's always like, when we're in Maryland, it's a totally different story. Like the kids can be over there playing and the parents are over here. All patients, of course, you have to be a patient. Can't just be, anybody medicating. But it's a different environment. It's normal. It's like he can go into the front of NCW and see the stingrays. And there is like, inside the aquarium, the bubblers for the aquarium, they're made out of old bubblers. They were retrofitted into the aquarium, and like the NCW landscape is on a big cannabis leaf. So it's very normal for him to be around it. It's normal. There is no stigma. There's nobody like, oh my God, there's kids here. Like there's none of that down there. And so it's very different for him to then be up here and him not to be able to come to things with me, where he's met so many of you guys through, because you've been so much like Lefty's, like he calls Lefty his like hippie uncle who smells like weed. He loves Lefty. Lefty's his hippie uncle who smells like weed. He loves him to death.
That's great.
Like, I mean, and it's just he's so many people in this community. You guys know him. He's part of the community, but yet there's still the stigma. And he's a patient, but there's still the stigma. You know, when we went, and even I noticed it when meeting the new pediatrician this year, because the doctors just changed, and I'm talking to the new pediatrician now. It's in his records he's a patient, but I'm still like, I've never met her before, so I don't know what she thinks about it, because they all think so differently about it, especially when you're dealing with one that like is paid for by the state, you know. So you're kind of like, okay, well, and she was like, oh no, like that's the best thing, and she came up with so many different things that she wants us to watch for, that specifically, had he gone on the Adderall or lithium, they would have masked these different growth things that come up. And so I'm grateful that we didn't do that, because now we know, like, okay, so we have to do this because he's still having the problem with his ears. By this point, it was supposed to clear up, and it hasn't yet. But had he been on the other medication, then his ears wouldn't have gotten the same type of fluid. So, because it thins the wax, and so it doesn't build up the same way. So then we may not have caught the fact that this is an actual issue with his hearing. So that one thing right there, you know, and that's something that's good to catch down, because if we catch it now before, because he hasn't hit puberty yet. I mean, he's pretty hairy for an 11-year-old, but he's still like, they say he's still a little young. You know,
He's gonna grow up and listen back to this podcast and like, Ma.
Oh my God, right? Like, I've embarrassed this kid on so many different levels, but like, well, he was running through the hallway, and I was sitting on the couch, and I was like, oh my God. Oh man, dude, I'm so like, so now I have to, like, seriously, I didn't realize, like, you had to worry about manscaping at so young. Like, I just would have never thought. But like, I know he's got hairy legs because he wears shorts during the summer, so I knew his legs were hairy. But I never thought, like, this young. Yeah, I never just it didn't connect.
Right.
You know, I mean, I it just,
Let's get back to some cannabis news here.
yeah. Anyway,
Let's call Bill.
cool.
Let's give
It's
Bill a
that
call.
time.
Let's see if my speakerphone works. First of all, this would be great if it does.
Hopefully, it does.
You never know anymore. I don't know. I don't hear nothing. I don't hear nothing.
Exactly. And that's
I don't
what
know.
she
Hold
was
on.
saying.
Bill, are you
She
there?
said it was the greatest thing.
Oh, hold on. I'm trying to hold on. I'm trying to get you through the system here. Hold on. How about now? Can you hear me now? No, I can't hear. All right, hold on. We got to do this the old-fashioned way, and there we go. Bill, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry, this is the best way we can do this. How you doing? It's Bill Ryback, Esquire, attorney for. Are you a cannabis attorney, or are you just interested in all social justice issues?
Well, if I have edibles, am I a cannabis attorney?
Ah,
I'm doing a cannabis class action. Drayton, you know about that one.
right.
So, representing a class of people of color, what they refer to as quote unquote black and Hispanic, were disproportionately arrested for cannabis offenses. You know, the ACLU study, 3 times more likely to be arrested than Caucasians. And so the state's already admitted that that's a violation of civil rights. And trying to get some attention paid to the arrestees, the people who directly suffer discrimination and real problems. You got a finger there, huh?
Well, yeah, we are in Trenton, so
So yeah, we're trying to. So there's still problems there with even besides the past discrimination. A guy named Ron Mondello, Mondello, yeah, he's an attorney who's really a cannabis attorney and no edibles. He's worked on a lot of important stuff in the cannabis space as far as I think Jersey City assisted with the with their regulation, and he's also what's called a criminalization attorney. So he consults and represents immigrants at risk of being deported for cannabis possession, and these expungements, he tells me, and he's right, the expungements that have happened provide nothing to immigrants who've been deported already and immigrants who are subject to deportation. Even with the expungement, the immigration courts do not recognize these expungements. It has to be expunged on a constitutional statutory basis. It can't be what they call rehabilitative, and meaning just like 5 years pass and you're entitled to an expungement, or as New Jersey did it here, you're entitled to an expungement. It has to be specific to a statute or the Constitution. So we're trying really to open up an avenue for persons who've been